Dear 2020 Daytimer, you're fairly useless now, so you are just a mouse pad because we are stuck inside. So I have to get on with this story recounting where I've been and why I went off vlogging for 2 years. But in order to do that, I have to tell the beginning of the story and then the middle of the story before I get to the really great end of the story. They're all fascinating pieces, don't get me wrong, it's just I have to relive them. And I think that there's a part of me that's a little bit afraid of what that means to relive those stories. But the happiness with who I am now and the happiness with where I know I'm going are going to offset that, and I'm going to be able to tell it. I'm very confident in this. The story starts with what a lot of you already know, which is Brian passing away. Brian was my best friend. He supported me in everything I was doing. I say he was my best friend, but he was so much closer than that. He was my brother. We always say that when someone passes away, we'll never forget them. But it's not just the them I'm not going to forget when it comes to Brian. It's all of these experiences we had together, all of these times we incredibly matched, incredibly one-upping the other and supporting each other. It was the times we didn't get along in which we changed each other for the better ultimately, and that we just had each other's back even when we didn't believe them, even when we didn't think they had the right side. That's the kind of friendship that everybody should have. And losing him was devastating because you start thinking, I should have seen it coming, I should have. And I don't feel that guilt now. I don't feel that I could have done. See, that's not true. I keep getting to this part and I keep saying something wrong. And I want this to be clear, because I think I owe it to him, to his loved ones, to my loved ones, to myself especially. It's not my fault that Brian passed away, but I wish I could have been there for him more. And that's important, because I don't want to say I wish that I had done something and make it seem like I didn't act when I could have acted. I should have been, no, see, there it is again. I wish I'd been there for him in his time of the highest struggle when he made the decision that he made. I would do everything in my power to save him because I loved him. Losing him affected me so much, and a lot of people noticed, a lot of people were aware that something had happened, and what nobody really knew was the depth to which that loss had happened. He was my best friend. He was my brother. He was my family. When someone passes away and there's a hole, this felt like it was gaping, as if I didn't know how I was going to survive this wound, this bullet through my body, because there was a big part of me, a big organ missing. And so I started going into this dark place. The problem escalated when I started trying to find ways out of that hole quickly. I tried filling it in so that I could climb out, kind of thing. And that led me to agreeing to certain things that maybe in hindsight I wouldn't have if the situation wasn't as dire as it was. I'd never turned to drugs. I never turned to drinking. I never turned to anything illegal. I just wasn't thinking with my rational brain. The prospect of having happiness, obtaining it, as if I couldn't become happy with myself, I could get it from an external source. That propelled me forward in life, and that wasn't the right way to go. Back in 2010, I was dating a woman who I thought was going to be my soulmate, my partner forever. She and I broke up after she moved back home to New Zealand on the other side of the world. And I remember that somewhere around like the 28th or 29th of October, we were editing the very first Halloween adventure to go up on Halloween, and Corrado and Caitlin and Ethan from Apprentice A were all like sleeping on the floor and couches and stuff in my parents' house. I was on Skype. It was like 4 a.m. She had told me she'd met someone, and I remember saying to her, I'm breaking up with you. Not out of anger, and she knew that because her next words to me were thank you. We'd both decided we were locked into this relationship, loving each other, but neither one of us had thought, how are we going to move on with our lives? I couldn't move there, she couldn't move here, we couldn't stay together, so we broke up. Now flash forward to after Brian passes away. She contacts me and says, I'm going to be in Florida. Do you want to meet me in Florida? And I said, I don't know, like that's a big ask, it's kind of last minute because it was supposed to be like 6 days later. And I was driving my dad to a doctor's appointment and he said to me that I should go. So I did. And I shot a vlog in Florida, but it didn't end up going up because of everything else that transpired in Florida. And this is going to have to be the cliffhanger for this story. I can't have a half-hour-long vlog, so these are going to come in pieces. But for now, I'll give you that bit, but I'm okay. It ends up okay. But wow, goodness, does it get dark. Let's go see what else is happening. So, as quarantine time gets longer and longer, I'm now hearing that this is going to go until at least May 4th. My hair's getting longer, my beard's getting longer. Not quite sure what to do about that. So what do you think? I have the ability, obviously, to shave my face, but not really cut my hair. I don't really trust myself. What do you think? Should I cut my hair? Should I get rid of the beard? Should I keep both? Should I get rid of both? What do you think? Okay. It'd be really funny to drop the camera and hit myself in the face. So the question of the day for the Magic Mystery Bag comes from an old friend of mine named Matt, who, in addition to reminding me of how great the old Blog TV days were, also asked, is it made of plastic? And the answer is yes. The item in the Magic Mystery Bag is made of plastic. And with that, this ends this vlog. It's just been me today. I don't think I showed my roommates at all. That's a shame. We'll see them tomorrow. So that's it for now. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already. Clap your thumbs if you believe. All kinds of extra love to you, and Jimmy Smash.